So how do you manage behavior? Because some children, you discipline them, you're training them, right? You ask them not to do this. And what that thing you ask them not to do, you see them doing the same thing, almost at the same time. How do you manage such a child?
Princess, honestly, I have to say something here. Children are very annoying.
Yeah.
And if you are not a patient, visionary parent,
Okay.
you will make mistake trying to correct them. Now, if you want to manage the behavior of a child, you have to look at this from this way. Are you giving the wrong picture to them? If you want a child to do exactly what you want him or her to do, you should be the model of that. You can't contract this situation, because they ask a lot of questions in their mind. Why is my father saying don't talk loud? Why my father's voice is louder than everybody's voice in this house? So you must set that example for them. You must be the right model. Then they can quickly copy. If not, you can manage their behavior. Another thing again, you must be consistent in teaching them. You see, when you are trying to train up a child to, come up to a standard, he or she will not give it to you immediately. No, you cannot. Because that you have already developed yourself, you've formed. Yeah. The child is trying to, it's just like someone as a sculptor. That when you're sculpting, when a sculptor is doing something, some materials will not fit in, he keeps doing that until you get the right shape. So managing behavior of children is quite, strenuous, tedious, boring. But the end of it all, if you don't give up, if you didn't give up, is quite rewarding. So be on that child. It's just like teaching a child how to write. I don't know if you have seen anybody who does that.
It's very tedious.
A child of 1 year, 2 years. Come and do this. No, you don't scream, because she's a learner. You know what Abraham Lincoln said? Abraham Lincoln, one of the lines of his letter to the son teacher said, teach him. He doesn't know the word. Just teach him. Teach him. Teach my son. He doesn't know the word. He's not used to this thing. So I'm just paraphrasing Abraham Lincoln's, one of the lines of, he's trying to say this child should be taught, and don't give up on this child. So as a father, as a mother, you don't give up.
Until they learn.
And make sure, another thing you have to do when managing character, you don't speak negative. Because what you're speaking is gradually forming that child that way. So if you speak negative, that child is gradually formed negatively. Sometimes most parents don't even understand what it takes to parent a child, because they believe it's are you okay? Is anything wrong with you? No,
Scare the child.
That's not parenting. Sometimes your voice can come high, but it shouldn't be negative. It shouldn't be impolite. It shouldn't be harsh. It shouldn't be belligerent. It shouldn't be aggressive. Your voice should be very friendly. Why are you doing that, my dear? You're firm in your voice, but something is underneath it. There's something that is more passionate. What are you doing there, my dear? I don't like that. So managing the behavior of children has a series of steps you have to take. Number one, be the model.
Let me cut it. What are you doing there, my dear? Did my father never told me what are you doing there, my dear? Do you understand? We mustn't all use that. What are you doing there, my dear? Petting somebody who is doing, going the wrong way. You're asking the person, what are you doing there, my dear?
No, my dear does not really mean that the child is not daring to you. The child is not, precious to you. That there is that I've identified you as my son or my daughter, but what you're doing is wrong. That means starting from the negative to the positive, not from the negative to the negative, or from harsh word to harsh word. Okay. Most parents should learn that. Right. You shouldn't be. Some parents say, "Is anything wrong with your? Are you stupid? You're mad." That's not parenting, please. That's not parenting, because each negative word you shoot out into the mind of a child is a seed, and it will produce greater fruits in that same order that you did. So please, parents should learn how to manage the character, the behavior, the attitude of children by being positive. Thank you.
Okay. Another question, I think is going to be my final question, that's been bothering me. I want to find out, why is it that some leaders' children turn out to be irresponsible children? Leaders, I mean religious leaders, political leaders who their children are expected to be
The role models.
responsible people in the society,
Yeah.
role models, like you say,
Okay.
but they turn out to be irresponsible children.
Yeah.
Why is it so?
Yes, it's evidently shocking, that. Most times you hear, this child is the
pastor's child.
daughter of a pastor.
Pastor, yeah.
This boy is the son of a pastor. This person is the son of a politician. Do you know the reason? Like I said before, most parents don't even have a vision for their family. Most parents don't even go the right way when it has to do with parenting. Most people, or some persons, believe that they are doing it the right way. It's not. When I wanted to get married, that's something I did many years ago. I read a lot of books about, I'm not saying my home is perfect or my children are perfect, but there are things I have in mind already. It should be this way. If it's not this way, it's not good for me. You know the reason? I read stories of Susan Wesley. I read the story of Ben Carson's mother. I read different story, the women and men who, were there to play the role in the becoming of their children. I said, no, that's the kind of lifestyle I want. So I had it in mind. This is the way it has to be. So when I had my first child, I wrote her life philosophy. I wrote her, her creed.
Yeah.
What she says every morning, what she says before she goes to bed. So I have a family creed. I have things I speak into. It's not prayer. I speak into them.
Lives.
Yeah, those things. So you see, my mind is already programmed positively to have good children. They are going to make mistakes. That's true. But I shouldn't be so mad, to cancel everything out, So most of these, leaders, you see their children go astray. They did not play the role properly. Let me quote you from Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child the way, T-H-E, the way. What's the meaning of the? A definite article in English, not a way, which is indefinite.
Yeah.
That is specific. It's specific there. The way. That is to say, there's a way to train a child. It's not just anyhow. It's not an assumption. You're not presuming. You are not, trying to do trial by error. You are specific. It's going to come out this way. Come out this way. If we believe that, as natural human beings, if we take our bath, our bodies will not, get stinking. If we believe that, that means bathing cleans us up. So we should believe that's a way to train a child. So the issue is, are we doing it, or are these parents doing it the way it ought to be done? I don't know if you get to what I'm saying. So if you have played your role as a father, as a mother, it will come out very well. So most of these people you see, their children are, wayward. Not that they didn't do anything, but they didn't do the right way.
Sometimes, is it that they want to do the right thing, but they are not always there? Like some leaders, some religious leaders, pastors, imams, they are not always there.
Yeah.
They're always out for duty or something. Some political leaders too, they may want to do the right thing, but they are not always there.
For the fact that your absence has been created is no longer the way. Because somewhere in the book of Deuteronomy 6:7, it says, teach them on the way to the farm, teach them in the farm, teach them as you're eating, teach them when you're sleeping, teach them when you're walking. Make a breastplate of this teaching on the doorpost. So it's all around, constant thing. It's not just, I have an appointment in Abuja, I want to go to Abuja, I want to have a meeting. What about the children? You know what? I can be very sure. I think Plato. I can be very sure. I need that quote so that I don't make mistake.
Okay, are you saying that?
No, I need that quote. Let's go online.
Are you saying that
They will come up